Mm. What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Smackdown review. This is the go home show for Money in the Bank before this Sunday for Smackdown. A lot of things happened on the show tonight. Some important, some not important. Was it as bad as Monday Night Raw last night? No, because Raw was, like I said, Raw was really bad. That I was more focused on E3 last night than I was Monday Night Raw itself. And as for SmackDown tonight, I feel like this was a better show, decent at best. Do a couple things here and there, but we kicked off the show with a summit for the women, which I don't know. This part was, I will say, was a little bit better than last night's opening. But as this summit had all the women for the Money in the Bank match with Becky, Charlotte, Naomi, and Lana. They were all pretty much arguing who was going to win. Lana said she would win, and that, said she was a better dancer than Naomi, but, Naomi said she was the winner of the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale, and that she would snatch Lana bald. But Charlotte pretty much went on to say, the only reason why she didn't win that match because she wasn't in that match, but she is going to win Money in the Bank. She is a former Divas champion, NXT Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, and the only accomplishment she has left to achieve is winning the Money in the Bank match. But Becky pretty much says she was going to win, saying that she is a former SmackDown Women's Champion, and that she even beat Charlotte last week, and asked her how's your arm right there. Because she said she said I am going to win, and she will. It doesn't matter if it's Carmella, Asuka, she will be women's champion again. Until the Iconics, we haven't seen them in about, how's it been, about a few weeks now, 2-3 weeks. They pretty much started trying to do impressions of everybody. I didn't know Charlotte had a Texas accent. It looked like they were doing the Iconics. And, they try to make fun of Becky. It's like an Australian trying to do an Irish person's accent. It was just kind of odd. And they try to make fun of Naomi's entrance. And I don't know, man. Listen, I get the Iconics are supposed to be annoying, the Iconic duo. But I kind of zoned out a little watching this. I was like, okay, these guys are like really annoying now that I don't care. That it's just like annoying, like bad annoying, not annoying to get like heat or anything. They were just plain annoying, but I guess that's what they're supposed to be. But we haven't seen them in a minute now. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville came out saying that the greater talent in the ring is the talent outside of it, that we are better than the ones in the Money in the Bank match. But Becky said, you know what I'm thinking, right? Here's a quick countdown we should do: 5, 4, 3, 2. Then they all brawled, which this will be an 8 women tag later in the night, so you kind of knew it was coming. It's coming. Next thing you know, Daniel Bryan, and I actually did like this promo. I don't really like these Snapchat video promos, but he pretty much started talking about Big Cass, that you haven't trained hard enough, you aren't skilled enough to live up to my hype. He says, I can out wrestle you, I can beat you, I don't care if I gotta do the yes lock, knee you in the face, or just hit that heel hook, you will lose. Daniel Bryan went against Shelton Benjamin. There's another guy they haven't really found out what to do with, and I don't know how long. I wish they give him back his old theme song. But I did like this match, though, with both of these guys. It was pretty good, totally good story. Mostly Daniel Bryan targeting Shelton Benjamin's knee throughout most of the match, since I guess he's trying to go for a submission, really. And this was actually really good to watch. Shelton got hit with the yes lock, but he was able to get out of it and get the half crab. But Daniel Bryan was able to reverse again and put him in a heel hook to make Shelton Benjamin tap out. So I will say this was a good match to watch. I will admit that. One thing, and this has to do with the entire show, and we see this all the time, is one thing problem with both SmackDown and Raw: it's too many freaking commercials. Okay, it's like commercial here, commercial there. It kind of gets you out of the match half the time. And I don't like when they do these commercials now, when they show about the Money in the Bank card for this Sunday. Listen, we know what the matches are. We don't need to be reminded every match. It's like I feel like every other match you saw that small like commercial in the second window talking about whatever match was going on in Money in the Bank this Sunday. So I don't know why they keep doing that, but I did like this match though. Next, Asuka was talking to Paige in the back as Paige was walking down the hallway. Asuka said she wanted Carmella tonight, but Paige says I can't do that. So now it's a 10-women tag, which they now say this is the biggest women's tag in SmackDown history. It's a 10-women tag now. So that was going to happen. I swear we see too many women's tag matches every week. And then Paige walked into Miz as he had like a headband, almost like he was doing some type of karate or something. And Paige asked him what he was doing as he was pretty much starting for his new role, as he was going to mentor a dog that's going to referee the main event of WrestleMania. What kind of role are you trying to take with that? You're going to train a dog to be the referee in the main event of WrestleMania. Why do I feel like that movie's going to be legit and most likely straight to DVD? But, and she told pretty much, I don't know why I really believe in that right now, but Paige says, I know what you're doing. You're trying to be you're doing here. He wanted to be the referee for Rusev and Samoa Joe match tonight. But, you know, Paige, she said, there, you got it. So, we'll see you out there tonight. They did a Nakamura and Styles video package. Jerry Lawler was actually here tonight. Surprisingly, this is his hometown of Memphis, and you know, people get to see Lawler. And I see what WWE's doing now. And I know I didn't grow up watching wrestling in the early '90s and the '80s, but I know the interviews they do and like in front of the crowd, like Mean Gene did back then. It looks like they're gonna be doing, they're gonna be doing more of that. To what I see with interviewing people kind of right by the stage. But Jerry Lawler came out. He talked to AJ about the match for the match this Sunday, and asked him why he slapped Nakamura. You know, he slapped him hard, like, Lawler slapped Andy Kaufman at one time. He asked him, and AJ said he lost his cool and everything. He says, I'm apologizing for knocking Nakamura's head off his shoulders, but he says Nakamura wants to act like a child. He says I'll continue to be a man, and he will walk in as champion for, Money in the Bank as WWE champion, and he will walk out as WWE champion. So, it was an okay promo. I'll give it that. Lawler was there, it's Memphis, so at least the crowd had a good reception for him too. This is his hometown, so there wasn't much problem with Lawler and the AJ promo. It didn't really do much, but it was pretty good, I will say that. Samoa Joe went against Rusev. Miz was the referee. Once again, too many commercials throughout this match, let me say that. But then, it pretty much had ended into, well, yes, English got involved, and Samoa Joe. And by the way, Samoa Joe came out looking like 2012 Samoa Joe, like I say, with his mohawk. So he has had this haircut before. This is like what he was in TNA. He had that mohawk at the time, so that's 2012 Samoa Joe there, people. And Joe, he knocked down English and did a Uranagi on Rusev after he tried to kind of clutching him. But after he did the Uranagi, Miz pretty much was going to count, but he didn't do it. Joe grabbed Miz's wrist, and Rusev hit him with a Machka kick. Rusev got the win over Joe. But then after that, English gave a ladder to Rusev. Rusev hit Joe with it. He was going to climb up the ladder to get the briefcase. But Miz took him down. It was Skull Crush finale, and he grabbed the briefcase himself. And he pretty much told the announcers that he's going to cash this in to become WWE champion again. And then he opened it, and there were a lot of pancakes in there. So there was a lot of pancake batter, and which I don't know why he even opened it, which was kind of weird. And then he said New Day, and they went to the New Day in the back, which were laughing, which you could tell this was mostly pre-taped anyways, because we all know that I'm sure the New Day are in LA right now for E3, and during this whole match anyways, I was actually watching the Fortnite live stream on IGN, and Xavier Woods was part of the Fortnite tournament. So you could tell this was a pre-tape for what they did with them, just kind of laughing in the back at the Miz over the pancakes. And make sure you check out the New Day versus the Elite Bullet Club or whatever. So in a Street Fighter tournament, which is going down this Thursday. So it's pretty much Bullet Club versus the New Day this Thursday, people. The Elite, however you want to call it. It's going to be a showdown. But the whole Miz with the pancake thing, which I don't know why he even opened it, which he does in the contract out of there, but I swear they go so far with these pancakes. It's like the pancake strike again, folks. They really just pushing this pancake thing. Like, I'm sure people are getting sick of pancakes now after watching pancakes every week. So, yeah, stick some pancakes in a briefcase and get pissed off the Miz even more. Shinsuke Nakamura went against Jeff Hardy, which we haven't seen in about 2 weeks, and the guy's pled guilty this week to his whole DWI thing, and he should be okay. I don't know if this still restricts him from going across the country and that. Well, not country, but, leaving the country in general to another whatever country, and I've said that 2 times now, but I'm not getting the whole Jeff situation like he had back in March with the whole DWI thing, but he was back after he's been gone for 2 weeks. Instant delete chance. I liked the match, I will say that, but and it was pretty good, as Nakamura was focusing on Jeff Hardy's back. He tried to hit a Kinshasa, but Jeff hit a Twist of Fate and a Swanton Bomb, but his back was hurt. He tried to get the ropes, but Nakamura got the ropes in. Hardy had put him back in the ring and tried to do another Twist of Fate, but Nakamura pretty much hit him in the nuts. Nut shot, of course. He did his Kinshasa, and he counted the 10 with everybody counting also. So, him counting like that, Nakamura. But I would say the match was okay. I feel like this match could have been for a pay-per-view, but I guess they, Nakamura doing this just to do what he's going to do, heel, and what he's going to do to AJ this Sunday. It does protect Jeff Hardy, I guess. We haven't seen Jeff Hardy in about 2 weeks now, till tonight, so he is the U.S. champion right now anyways. But, I would say the match was, it was okay at best. But, this is on a pay-per-view, this be a big match, I will say that. Literally out of nowhere with no build, though. This sounds like a pay-per-view match, it really does. But Carmella was then talking to Renee Young in the back, saying, she was going to beat Asuka this Sunday, as Charlotte beat Asuka, and I beat Charlotte twice, so I'm going to win. Next was Cass in his I'm Big, You're Little promo, as he talked about he was at this fair today, and, amusement park, and everybody's enjoying themselves and the whole height requirement for the roller coaster, but Daniel Bryan was not tall enough to ride the roller coaster, as he, once again, like I said, it was another big man, little man thing, which he brought the cutout of, when you're at say if you're at Six Flags, I don't know, maybe at Islands of Adventure, or whatever type of amusement park you go to, there's always a thing that says you must be this tall to ride, and that's what Cass had with him, to prove he was 7 feet tall. This is really his promos are just getting annoying at this point. So that's all it really was. I'm big, you're little. I'm big, you're little. Just like last week's promo. I'm big, you're little. And he said Bryan will come crashing down. It'll be a free fall because the good big man beats the good little man every time. So we'll see what happens then. But Bryan's already beat him, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bryan beat him again this Sunday, unless they really want to give Cass a win. But I don't even want to see this match again, to be honest, because all I've heard from Cass was I'm big, you're little. That's it. And Bryan's already kicked the shit out of him and won the match, so why are we still continuing this? In the main event, 10 women tag, Naomi, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Lana, and Asuka versus Iconics, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, and Carmella. This wasn't much to say out of this 10 women tag. Mostly it was more rapid fire finishers near the end of everybody going at each other. Of course, Charlotte hitting multiple moonsaults, almost laying on her feet a lot. Pretty much, who else? Really do Becky and ringside, and Naomi doing a jump off the apron. Like I said, it was mostly the ending of the match where everybody just started going crazy. Mandy threw Lana outside. Asuka was about to hit the Asuka lock, but on Mandy Rose, but Carmella tried to hit it with a kick, but she was able to make Carmella tap out with the Asuka lock. And then next thing you know, all the women pretty much surrounded Asuka, which I felt like they were going to jump her for some reason, but they all looked at the Money in the Bank contract, and knowing that Asuka could be the champion this Sunday, that if one of them wins on Smackdown side, they can cash it on Asuka. So pretty much a stare down with everybody at the end of this match. So that pretty much ended off SmackDown. I'm kind of glad this whole build for Money in the mostly been a throughout the past few weeks for both shows. Has SmackDown a little bit better recently? Yeah, I will say that. It's been better than what I could say for Monday Night Raw. But, you know, just kind of looking at tonight, this was just a go-home show. It was actually good to see Lawler kind of back on TV, I will say that. Just to put this little segment in with AJ, but didn't really kind of forward into much. I did like Bryan versus Shelton Benjamin. I thought it was a really good match. I wish they really found something for Shelton Benjamin to do or go with, because this guy has been wasted ever since he came back to WWE in general. 10 women's tag was whatever. Cass's promos are just big man, little man stuff. The tag team division, we didn't even see the tag. By the way, the tag team titles for SmackDown are in the kickoff show, so that tells you how they feel about the SmackDown tag team division. Then again, both tag team divisions are really bad to begin with, especially Raw's. We didn't even see Almas versus Sin Cara tonight. Allegedly, Sin Cara has an injury, to what I read, so I don't know where that's going. But the match did not happen with him and Almas, unless they want to do the match at Money in the Bank. But I'd highly doubt it, unless they just want to throw it on the kickoff show, just for, I don't know, just because, really. So, yeah, we didn't really see the Almas versus Sin Cara match tonight. But it's not much to say from SmackDown. You know, all I can say is get ready for Money in the Bank. It's been a lot going on, and you know, information from wrestling anyways in the past few days and stuff, especially leading to Money in the Bank this Sunday. But I will say, like I said earlier in the video, I recommend watching the New Day versus the Elite. I thought Joe versus Rusev was a good match. I didn't kind of get a little screwy at the end, and you know, pancake, but we all know the New Day wasn't there. We all know where Woods was in the Fortnite tournament. But yeah, this is my review for SmackDown. Make sure you check out my review for Monday Night Raw last night, and my review for Dominion on Saturday. Would little love my thoughts on the CM Punk UFC 225 fight also. So please comment and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the show tonight. As in SmackDown, tell me who you think's going to win them for Money in the Bank. Will I do a prediction video for this Sunday show? Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Maybe live reactions, because I haven't actually done those in kind of a minute now, and I'm kind of glad I didn't do it for Backlash last month. But yes, this is the end video right here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Check out my reviews. And hey, if you ever get a chance, watch the rest of E3 this week. If you're a big video game fan out there, check it out, because I was impressed by Nintendo. And you better check out that new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. I promise you, it sold me. And I'm buying a Nintendo Switch before that damn game comes out, because that's going to be the biggest roster they have ever had. And you know, they may add more people, and they went in a full detail. So Nintendo ain't playing around, folks, okay? Nobody's playing around E3. You tell me what you thought was best in show 2 if you want to talk a little video game here and there. Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft, Bethesda, EA, I don't care. Whatever you want to go, hey, I'm down for debate. Square Enix, anything. And I was impressed last night, like I already said, from Resident Evil to 2 remake to Kingdom Hearts 3 and Last of Us 2 and it's called Ghost. It was the one with the samurai. I don't remember the title, but I have to look that back up. But like I said, check out the new Super Smash Bros. And even a little bit of that Donkey Kong and Pokemon for Pikachu and Eevee. But mostly Super Smash Bros. Though. Check it out if you haven't. But I'm out here. That's a little bit of E3. Make sure you check out the rest of this week. And like I said, the New Day versus the Elite. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. And peace out.